we have returned. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. That was Curve a Dragon Wood off of the Final Fight 2 soundtrack, which, if you were here the last time I streamed, which is almost 2 weeks ago now, it's been real busy. But, yeah, that's the final boss theme for Final Fight 2, which, you know, I streamed for the last Retro Sunday I did. But yeah, that's not what we're going to be getting into now, however. What we're going to be getting into now is some more Arkham, because, you know, I gotta keep the ball rolling on that. So without further ado, let me just take a little sip of my lovely beer here. Yeah. We've entered coffee porter season. I found that in a convenience store on my way home from work yesterday, and I was very pleased to see it. So, it's the good stuff. Of course, as always, I am terribly disorganized, so I need to switch over some cables here before I begin. Oh yeah? Maybe? Hello, PS4, are you there? There you are! Good stuff! Presumably. You know, sometimes I wonder if my PS Plus subscription is worth it. I have the essential one, the bare bones one that they've always had. I cannot bring myself to shell out any more money than that, but you know, I've had some ups and downs with the games they've released for PS Plus, and some months are better than others. This is one of the better months because one of the games, quote-unquote, that they released was actually 3 games. It's the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, all 3 of the games. I was contemplating possibly streaming Mass Effect, but then I thought to myself, you know what, I've got a bunch of games in mind that I do want to stream that are really long, that I don't know that I'm ever going to get the time to actually finish. I don't need to add 3 more in on top of that, so I think I'll just hold off on that and we'll carry on with some Arkham. Thank you very much. I decided to just start playing Mass Effect on my own. I never did actually play the entirety of the trilogy. I finished Mass Effect 2 when that first came out. Played a very, very small amount of the first game. But that's about it. Man, I forgot how dialogue heavy those games are, but I mean, you know, it's a BioWare RPG. They're very much old school when it comes to that kind of thing. Most of it's interesting, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think I've spent so far 5 hours playing Mass Effect 1, and no word of a lie, I think 4 hours of that time was probably me talking to people or reading codex entries. Like, I can almost guarantee you that's how much time I spent doing that. Now, it's been a while, but if I remember correctly, I think the last thing we were doing here... Yeah, we need to go find Ra's al Ghul. That's the new thing. We need to go find his blood. Blood? We have to follow this trail of blood to go find his blood. Blood, Ra's, it's in you to give. To me. 'Cause I'm dying. Also, there's piles of riddles, of course, but I think I'm actually going to carry on with the main story for a little bit before I do that. Oh, I love how I started following the trail here. Buggered off because I got distracted, and then found a little bit more blood over there.
It's falling apart. There's no food. Everyone hates each other.
Okay, let's head this way and see if we can pick up the trail again. Or, you know, I can do that and get that random trophy that's hanging out in the street. Ow.
You don't stand a chance.
I like how he kind of phased over towards me. Didn't realize I was fighting the Flash. That guy should have by rights been able to hit me, but he didn't. Ah. It'll take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things. It'll be fine. All the wonderful puzzles he had set up, and that one he just hid underneath a trashed car. What do you do, Enigma?
We've lost a camera in Sector 2.
I think this is actually just Jack Ryder. Yeah, it's him. Hi, Jack. How you doing?
This place is insane. Man, I even saw Bruce Wayne in here earlier. Poor guy's probably dead by now. The name's Ryder. Jack Ryder.
The TV reporter?
Yeah. You a
I
fan?
don't know if I've already had this conversation with him. I'm certain I did.
Doing here?
You tell me. I was doing a piece on Strange. I mean, look around you. Does this seem like a good idea to you?
What did you find out?
The official line is he's been out of the country, studying some kind of radical psychiatric therapy technique. I did some digging and found a guy who claims Strange caused his breakdown. Seems that after the professor cured him, he couldn't even remember his name. I wasn't so sure, but I saw some poor guy get dragged off when I was being processed. Strange was picking his victims personally.
Arkham City is a dangerous place. I suggest you keep a low profile.
You may have a point. I'll lay low, see what's going on down here.
Before I actually carry on to where I'm supposed to be going, let's go down here. Why? Because, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for Ninja Turtles. Honestly, it probably smells not as bad down here in comparison to up top. Less goon stank. If I remember correctly, I have to come down here later on for something. In other words, this whole detour was pointless. Gotham Hardware, for all your hardware needs. Alright then.
Thank God for that. Batman's back.
Batman's leaving, so I mean... Sucks to be you, I guess. Oh, there's a Riddler thug over there. Okay, so what direction was she heading in? Was it this way? Yeah, I think it was this way. Maybe?
We've lost all cameras in Sector 2.
Yeah, I thought I thought I saw a Riddler goon in the distance. Perhaps not. Oh, she went up the lamppost, alright. I mean, she is a ninja, I guess. You know how ninjas be. Climbing stuff all the time.
The blood
Common
trail
stuff
has
is what
run
ninjas.
out. The only way I'm gonna find that assassin is to locate more evidence.
I was gonna say climbing stuff is what ninjas do best, but you know. Aha, bandages. Aha, I've been attacked, apparently.
The only way to find Raish is to get a tracker on that ninja. I'll need to get in close.
If I had a nickel for every time I've chased a lady across the rooftops, well, I'd be richer than I am now. Oh, there she is. I don't think there's any way I can actually lose her. Pretty sure she just actually hangs out and waits for me. Very sporting, this ninja lady. That and she's probably bleeding. I just gave her a friendly pat on the back.
To live because the great Ra's al Ghul allows it. Call him off.
I can take her.
Stand down.
Do not follow us.
I didn't need your help.
Really? That's not what it looked like from where I was standing.
I had it under control. Why did Alfred send you?
He was worried about you.
Are you wearing that silly hood?
Take this, get it analyzed, and start searching the hospitals and emergency rooms. Anyone with this blood in them will be dead within 24 hours.
Whose blood is it? Oh. It's yours, isn't it? I'll get it to the hospitals and come back. You need my help here.
I can handle it. You're needed in Gotham. Things could get worse, much worse.
You think? If Strange really knows who you are, what happens if he tells everyone? How will you...
Trust me, I'll find a way.
Now get out of here before I throttle you. Thanks for the wonderful toys.
You know where I am.
I know.
Just like it's Christmas.
Now go.
Wait. Hello, Rolls. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Thank you for handing out that gift sub. Line Launcher. Allows rapid movement between two horizontal points. Can be redeployed while riding to change direction without touching the ground. Oh boy, there's so many more puzzles that I can solve. It's the Tim Drake variety of Robin. You know, for whatever reason, I thought Tim Drake was introduced in the 90s. Close. 89. Young Tim Drake was in the audience the night the Flying Graysons were murdered, where he witnessed Batman leap to the scene. Inspired by Batman's heroics, Tim closely followed the chronicles of Batman and Robin. Eventually deducing their secret identities using his self-taught detective skills, Tim convinced Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, now Nightwing, that a new Robin was needed in the never-ending battle for justice. Tested by the Dark Knight himself with a grueling training regimen, Tim earned the right to become Robin, and has since lived up to the name. Keen detective skills, trained to fight crime by Batman, arsenal of gadgets and advanced technology. See, in the comics, the whole thing was Tim Drake figured out Batman was Bruce Wayne, and he more or less forcibly became Robin. Like, he like, more or less forced his way into the role, because he noticed Batman was getting a hell of a lot more violent, and this is because it was right after the Joker had killed Jason Todd. So, he's like, you know, maybe you need someone who's not as insanely violent as you to balance things out.
Tiger has sentry guns. It's like an arms race in this place.
And there goes my Wi-Fi connection. Hooray! Now I could go around and solve more puzzles.
They say Batman's taking down the Penguin.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know, man. But if it is, we need a plan now. With Penguin gone, Two-Face will make a move.
Oh hey, it's a corpse!
Take over. I know it.
Didn't Catwoman take him down?
Nah, I heard she just hurt him. He's coming back. No one...
Looks like another victim of the identity thief. I need to scan the area to see if there are any more clues to his identity and whereabouts.
Hello, dead man.
The MO is the same as for the previous victim. First, the killer paralyzes the vocal cords, and then removes the face before bandaging up the head. It's definitely him, and it looks like he's stepping up his attacks. A crime with this level of precision requires weeks of premeditation. These aren't just random attacks.
It doesn't look like he's wearing bandages, though. Also, does he have a second set of eyes? I don't...
Oracle, I've reconstructed a clean set of fingerprints, but there's no match to anything in the Gotham criminal databases. I'm uploading the prints to you now. Check these against every record in the country.
Batman, I've found a match for the print, but there must be a mistake. This can't be correct.
Who do the prints belong to?
You. These are Bruce Wayne's fingerprints. How's that possible?
I have no idea.
Although I have been having these lapses in
I
memory.
don't know how to say this, but
What's wrong, Barbara?
I've been thinking about the identity theft case. Don't get angry. But how can you actually be sure that it wasn't you who killed those people? I mean, they were your fingerprints at the scene.
What did you say?
Not intentionally, but clearly you're not well. That place is full of maniacs who could take advantage of a situation like that. Think about it. What if Crane got to you again? You know Strange's reputation. Maybe he planted the idea back when you met him. I don't like it, but...
It wasn't me. I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. I just, well, you know...
Why am I not randomly seeing through his face now? I guess it was just the investigation screen. Anyway, there's a dude I need to beat up over there for secrets.
Do not attempt to escape. We're doing nothing. Don't shoot. Tiger operatives will pacify any identity.
Secret?
Who does a man
Punch out your secrets.
control over the Hugo Strange?
Don't even think about lying to me. Riddler, tell me everything.
Okay, don't hurt me. This is all I know.
You've been very educational.
Now you're going to learn a little bit about dentistry.
Get my hands on rich boy Bruce Wayne. I'll buy me an instant parole.
But what if rich boy Bruce Wayne gets his hands on you? Like right now. Surprise! Dude actually took a swing at me. Oh, fuck that up. Though that guy went sailing because he hit a fire hydrant. Alright then. Ah. Wow, I'm really rusty.
You're gonna die, freak.
Uh-huh. I'm for certain I'd be able to get at least that one guy with it. I gotta let them get a couple of licks in, I suppose. Make them believe that they're gonna be able to deal with me. Gotta give them goons a false sense of hope. Oh yeah, I've already gotten that. All good. I have a missed call. What's my good friend the Joker saying?
I hope you're doing your best here, Bats, because I've just had a horrible thought. We could both actually die here tonight. Fortunately, the odds are weighted in my favor, but just imagine how you'll feel if I'm gone. It's not like you're not lonely enough, right? All that brooding is not good for you, you know. Do you have someone to go home to each morning? And I don't mean that kid you drag across the rooftops. I mean someone real, someone you can talk to. I don't think you do. It's sad, isn't it? You do all this for Gotham, and the only person you can rely on is me.
I really like how this game really hammers down the weird relationship between these two guys. They truly do need each other in the strangest of ways. Well, I suppose you would find it difficult to be attracted to this Joker because he's horribly disease-ridden. Unless you're into rashes, I guess. Which, I feel like that would be an odd fetish to have, but someone probably has it. Guaranteed. I don't remember precisely how I'm supposed to do this puzzle. I feel like it requires the explosive gel, but I don't know how or why. Wait a minute, can't I just... I feel like this is not the way I'm meant to do it, but... If I use the explosive gel to blow up the ones on bottom, and then use the batarangs for the ones up here, maybe. Let's try that. I truly do feel like this is probably not the way I'm supposed to go about this, but let's find it. Because I can't recall if I can use the detonator while I'm perched. Okay, I can. If I was a bit quicker, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, I'll deal with this one later. Let's not get too bogged down with puzzles for now, shall we? Gotta be on the lookout for my mysterious watcher, too. He likes being perched up high.
Right now, Bats decides to visit the museum. How come?
I don't think he's gonna be over here, though. I've already found him over by the steel mill once.
Arkham City is an equal opportunity penal facility.
Unnecessary.
So-called super criminals will not be afforded any special treatment.
Hello, friend. It's Batman.
You were scared to face me, Batman.
Excuse me. Are you besmirching my good name? I challenge you to a duel, sir. Shall slap you with my glove, with my fist still on this. Do a lot of unnecessary flips while I'm at it. This Spider-Man suit looks weird. I mean, you know. He felt like the suit was starting to kind of stink a little, so yeah, I figured he'd try a little bit of variety in his wardrobe. MJ told him to do it. But hi, Twin, and welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Certainly better than the goon whose jaw I just dislocated. Here I said I wasn't going to be looking for trophies and stuff. And here I'm going to look for this trophy and stuff. And my weird shadow glitch. Whee! Wait, did I get the... I did! I do have the disruptor. I... maybe can... Batman's buff body is just because of the suit. He's all skinny and fragile inside. Yeah, there's a lot of extra padding going on there. This reminds me of that one joke in the episode of The Simpsons that Adam West guest starred in. Because he's talking about the molded plastic suits in the Batman movies from the 90s. It's like there was no molded plastic muscles for me. Pure waste. But how come Batman doesn't dance anymore? Remember the Bat 2C? Can I get this one? I don't know if I can get this one yet. I can't use the disruptor when I crouched. And are these the mines that keep reforming? Yeah, they'll just keep.
Prisoners of Arkham City, you have given up your basic human rights because of your crimes against society.
It's entirely possible I can't actually disarm them yet. I probably need a new upgrade for that.
Gotham is a safer place without you.
I'll leave that be.
You are responsible for your own survival within this facility.
Speaking of Simpsons, Disney Plus just released In Your Country, and all the adult shows are there. Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad. You thought this was for kids. The only thing missing is South Park. Wrong network. Yeah, Disney got all that stuff when they ended up buying out Fox. Yeah, it's real weird the stuff you can find on Disney Plus now because of all the stuff they've bought. Predator's on there. So's Commando, which is amazing. Commando, the most 80s of action movies. Oh yeah, there's that random corpse.
We have positive visual on Batman.
I have a visual on this.
Did we hit something?
And then I caused the helicopter to crash and kill them all. Whoops.
So let's get this straight. Batman saved Freeze from Penguin? Are they working together? Nah, Batman don't work with Freeze. But he took down Penguin to get Freeze. Wasn't Freeze working for the Joker? I'm sure he was. I think the Icebox was supposed to be making Joker well. Really? Since when does the Joker need help from anyone? When he's about to drop dead, I guess. Man, I'm confused. Let's just kill anyone who comes past. Why didn't I think of that? Good plan.
Good plan, you mook. Sister was watching The Sound of Music last night. Not into that, so you just end up eating most of the charcuterie. Holiday traditions. I mean, watching The Sound of Music, eating a pile of cheese and cured meats, isn't that the same thing? I thought that was the same thing, right? At least to my understanding. I still don't really know what I'm supposed to do to get that one.
It's Batman!
That man has a gun. I need to leave. Can you truly have a Batman if you don't earn a Batman?
Green question marks around the place.
No, don't you know any dingbats who would do that? I don't think I've solved that riddle yet, and I don't really know how just yet.
Going in the museum.
I'm a man of learning and education, that's how.
If Joker dies, is Penguin taking over? That guy's worse than the clown.
He's not going to be taking over where he is now, so I don't think you have much to worry about.
It's my get-out-of-jail-free card.
You know, with the Penguin being currently locked up in his own base. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, I see. Well, sort of. I'll get it in a minute, I swear. You know, once I actually hit the right combination here. That one go this way. That one go this way. And then we go that way.
Go on, Bat! Run away! Hide!
I'll be with you in a minute. First, I have to solve this stupid puzzle.
Well done, Dark Knight. Well done. You have completed enough of my challenges, so now all you have to do is solve my riddle and save the day. Can you do it?
I have a head, a tail, but never any legs.
Riddle me this. I have a head, a tail, but never any legs. Do you know what I am?
Royalty. Reading. Stagram. I don't think it's pentagram. Pretty sure.
Not so easy now, is it? I think it's time to introduce a little penalty to help you comprehend your ignorance. What shall it be? Oh, yes. I've frozen you out, Dark Knight. Frustrating, isn't it? Take some time to wrap your feeble mind around where you went wrong and try again.
And that's why, you know, actually paying attention and staring at it for a little bit's a good idea. Head, a tail, but never any legs. It's not... It's a penny.
3 solved? It seems I underestimated your abilities. But before you start to feel superior, you should try and rescue my next hostage. Bring a towel.
It's a right, Towley. Speaking of South Park. Don't forget to bring a towel.
He's too chicken to face me.
With a voice like that? No, I am not. What? I think I just drove that man into a snowdrift. I'm sure he'll be fine. And he won't freeze to death, right?
People will pay a fortune to get him back. I'm counting on that.
Oh, there's a Riddler goon right there, so I mean, you know...
What's the bat doing here?
Practicing my slide. It is Christmas.
There's a fight going on over there.
Just be careful. Mustn't destroy that guy. Alley-oop.
This is gonna hurt, fat freak.
No, you stop. I need you. For reasons.
I can hurt you more than you can imagine. Tell me about Riddler.
Riddler? Okay, I don't know much, but I'll talk. Don't hurt me!
I can't guarantee that.
Safety not guaranteed. Hooray! Where the hell am I going? Okay.
Damn smokes. I thought I told you to go get me some. What happened?
I couldn't find any. Please, it's not my fault.
I don't see anyone else here. You're the one who didn't do what he was told to do. So I guess you're the one who's gonna start hurting.
Oh, please, no.
Shut up. I'm gonna enjoy this.
So am I!
What's that?
Is that a corpse or a knocked out goon? Might be a knocked out goon.
He's gonna kill me. Thanks.
That's corpse.
This panel is protected using Tiger encryption protocols. I can't decrypt it without access to the master control program Strange uses.
I can't decrypt it, because I am a bat and not a large predatory cat. I do not speak the language of the tigers. What's over there? I've probably got more important things I should be doing, but what's that over there?
The perimeter wall separates you from the good people of Gotham City. It is there to protect them from all residents of Arkham City.
What?
Just Batman making a lot of noise. As he's wont to do. Okay, I think I've already gotten that one. Did I spy something over this way, though? Yeah, security camera. Ah. There we go.
Camera down in Sector 4.
Goody goody gumdrops, I can put my new toy to use. Or, you know, that can happen. Or I can use the simplest of things to solve this problem. You know, instead of acting like a stupid mook. And these guys can stroll about with their little guns as much as they want. I don't need to deal with them. See ya!
Oracle, I'm heading underground. Below the surface, Gotham's a maze of old steel and ironwork. My signal may get weak. Try and stay locked on.
Rerouting additional satellite coverage now. Good luck, Bruce.
The perimeter wall of Arkham City is controlled by Tiger operatives. Do not approach the wall. Failure to comply will be met with extreme force.
Electrifying. Undoubtedly, I need to use that for something. Well, maybe, I don't know. Cheddary teeth? Ah, that brings me back. Okay, I see exactly what I need that electrical charge for, because I can't reach that with the rec gun. I think I know what that does. I need to wait a while for it, though. Time to mess about with the batarangs, I guess. Like how it's got some Christmas lights around it. Very festive. Quite timely.
I thought it was bad up there. Down here, I'm not just cold. I'm wet, and I smell like I've been standing in something Croc left behind.
Do you ever stop complaining? Shut up, the both of you. We got a job to do. Penguin's crew are on the run. Joker wants us to off any of them we find.
I thought he was offering them jobs.
He said it's up to us. Personally, I don't like those jerks, so I say we put a bullet in their heads.
Fine with me.
Can't drop on the armored dude.
Look out! It's the bat!
I'll do that instead.
Joker's got his crew moving through the sewers, hunting down what's left of Penguin's thugs.
What we got? Yeah, let's unlock... Let's make it so I can't get shot to death easier. I am deadly allergic to bullets. Now that we're not going to freak them out. Because they're unconscious. Maybe that's the answer to one of these riddles.
Can you find this cool couple before the... This question can only... Which... Did you hear the... If you're breaking news! Which notorious family keeps talking... This killer was colored. But is he now on the loose?
It's funny that this is Croc's hidey hole. And he just has pictures of himself on the wall. Primeval emotion. Inherent acataphasia. Teeth. Big old teeth. Look at him. Waylon Jones. Alligator wrestler, gangster, murderer. I don't know that murderer is necessarily an occupation, but okay. Alligator wrestler, on the other hand. Born with a rare mutation that made his skin green and scaly and grew his body to grotesque proportions, Waylon Jones was raised by an alcoholic aunt and bullied relentlessly for his appearance. He briefly worked as a carnival freak under the name Killer Croc, but his misanthropy, that sounds better, grew with his animal nature, pushing him to a life of crime. As his physical condition and mental state deteriorate, Killer Croc becomes a more bestial foe, increasingly detached from humanity. His whereabouts are unknown since his escape from Arkham Asylum. Incredibly thick, tough skin and razor-sharp teeth and claws, strength and stamina are at a near superhuman level, heightened senses and extremely fast reflexes, can survive in water for extended periods of time, and intense hatred of humanity. I feel like an intense hatred of humanity can destroy a lot of people. In order to remove Waylon Jones, aka Killer Croc, from the sewers below Arkham Asylum, Strange ordered a squad of Tiger Guards to lure him out using body parts from deceased inmates. Although this strategy proved unsuccessful, the team was able to subdue Croc when he emerged from the sewers looking for food once the supply of bodies had run out.
This is not going to be easy, Dark Knight. What number comes after 3 when the night falls? The answer is 2. 1.
Well, I fucked that up.
Night Detective fails to complete my challenge.
And now I sleep.
Well, well. So the shaved monkey has failed. How utterly, utterly expected.
It's much like the one that's in the other underground area where I need a specific gadget to solve the problem. I currently have the gadget I need to solve the previous one. I do not have the gadget I need for this one. So... all I know is the Riddler cheats, he's a jerk, and I don't like him. Whee! I need to do even something sillier. This. Flip!
Listen up. The last of the Penguin's crews will hold up somewhere up ahead. Joker wants him found.
Do we kill him?
Up to us.
I say we kill him. Half of Penguin's crews were mercs. Never trust a merc.
Like I say, it's up to us. We'll see what happens when we catch him.
Is that other set of teeth above me? I don't... I have the confusion. Smash! Ah! Ah!
This is gonna hurt, that freak!
Who's got the gun? He's got the gun! This dude also has the gun. Man. There we go.
What do I need to break to make you tell the truth about Riddler?
You don't need to do nothing. I'll talk.
Glad to hear it.
So I can break things for free. Gotcha. It's vacation time. Where should we go? Somewhere venomous. This is one problem violence can't solve, Bruce. Carriage! This goon wants me to paint him like one of my French girls, apparently. Oh wait, no, this guy. That's a better pose. Yep.
Protocol 10 will commence in 5 hours.
All the dead penguin guys. Oh wait, this is the other side. Yeah, I've been here already. Which means I might be able to access that, the other one I was talking about that I needed the line launcher for. Yeah, I think I need to go that way. Yeah, I need to go that way anyway. Yeah, if I remember right, the other death trap is over here somewhere. So I'll head this way anyway. I have more teeth to destroy. I have more teeth to destroy because Batman is the world's worst dentist, I guess.
What starts with a tick and ends with a shock?
Time to become trophy rich. Damn it!
And the Dark Knight Detective fails to complete my challenge.
I thought that's what I needed. Huh. I'm pretty sure it is what I need. I just was fucking up and not pressing the right button.
What's wrong? Has your primitive brain given up and accepted that I, the Riddler, am better than you?
Not with that tie. So sadly, you've been trying to find the 3 other shrines in the beginning of Breath of the Wild, no avail. Tried to do without, but unfortunately YouTube walkthrough, here you come. I can't 100% remember where they are, honestly. At some point in the game, you get a addition to your Sheikah slate that lets you track shrines. It actually gives you like a little radar ping whenever you're near one. But, I can't remember if you get that before or after you get off the plateau. Yeah, I thought for certain I was able to,
What starts with a tick and ends with a shock?
Well, that drops me back down. Unless I just don't have the ability to balance on it yet. I thought I was able to do that right from the get-go. I guess I need to come back later. How silly. Having no love for his fellow prisoners in Arkham City, Bane set up and presided over an underground fighting contest where inmates fought in vain for the privilege of trying to take him down. Word of these fights spread throughout Arkham, and the Joker sent Bane a little surprise. As Bane moved in for the kill, the Joker's henchman triggered a Titan injection that ripped through his body, transforming him into a monstrous Titan. Barely surviving the fight, Bane had a new problem. Somehow, Titan had found its way into Arkham City, and it was up to him to stop it from falling in the wrong hands. Because he's just full of altruism and kindness. That's exactly why Bane's doing it, right? Yoink. Oh no, I got stuck. Oh, there's a trophy down there. There's also a trophy over there. Unfortunately, I still don't have the means to get that one yet. Someday. Not today, but someday. For the rest of my life. Smash. Oh no, Batman's drunk!
Are you alright? Did something happen? All the readings from your system just went red.
Just give me a minute. I'll be alright.
No, you won't. Hurry. You're running out of time.
I just gotta psych myself on. The bear.
Everything an army needs.
To kick Penguin's ass. But how come we've got him? Ain't this place supposed to be a prison?
You ask a lot of questions, boy. You sure you're on the right side?
What are you saying? Joker's my man. You know that. Been in his food for years.
Thought he was Hurley's man.
Stop asking questions. You know Jay don't like questions.
Okay, sorry. Just seems weird, that's all. You guys know what this place is? I never heard of no old Gotham before.
I guess you never went to school, did you?
What happened? Too busy wetting your bed to learn something?
If you bothered learning something, you would know that what we call Gotham is actually built on top of the old city.
What old city?
Old Gotham. It was some kind of fair, hundreds of years ago, maybe more. Something happened and bits were demolished. A new city was built on top of it.
You learn something every day, don't you?
That goon's up on his history. He is a learned goon.
So this old Gotham, what happened to it?
Don't you listen? I told you. There was some kind of accident and it got built over.
Yeah, I heard everyone died.
And that's your explanation? Some kind of accident?
What I heard.
Whatever.
I feel like that has something to do with the trophy, but I don't know what.
But do any of you know what killed Johnny K? I heard they found him all sliced up.
Oh, that's easy.
What was it? Croc?
Oh, wait. I know.
Ninjas. What?
Ninjas.
You heard. This place got everything. Just be glad we're heading this way. Know what I mean?
Ah, it's ninjas. Only in Gotham can you say that with absolutely no hint of irony. He can see me. He's just pretending he doesn't.
This panel is protected using Tiger encryption protocols. I can't decrypt it without access to the master control program Strange uses.
Okay, you know what? Best way to handle this situation is probably to go this way. It's not worth wasting the disruptor.
What are you gonna do, Bat?
You're going to die tonight, Bat.
Not what I meant to use, but okay.
Make sure this hurts you, Bat Freak. We're gonna hurt you, Bat Freak. We'll kill you, Bat.
Oracle. It looks like Joker is sending his crew down to steal weapons off the Tiger Guards.
That's not good. Those guys are armed with the latest military weapons. If Joker gets his hands on that stuff, well, you know.
He won't. I won't let him.
That's not good. You don't say. Would have been your first indication there, Oracle. Yeah, if I remember right, there's a bunch of Riddler trophies down here that are rather finicky to try to get. So I don't know how much I'm even going to bother looking for them just yet.
Someone in this room is using a signal jammer. I'll need to neutralize him so that I can scan the room for targets.
Please, I'm an intern. I don't know what's going on here.
Can I have her? No, you got the last one. Get the rest of the guns out and stack them up over there. We're on a schedule here.
What are these things?
Military-grade interference generators. Best money can buy. These babies screw with all electronic equipment in their vicinity. Now stop yapping and get moving.
Man, she looks scared.
She's all alone down here with us. She should be scared. We're not nice people.
Oh, God. Please. I can't fix it. Please let me go.
Sorry, Doc. You're ours now. Just do me a favor, huh? Don't try to run. I didn't have to punish you. You got such a pretty...
Ah! Who's screaming? There's someone stuck up here! Get over here!
Well, that was easy enough.
How come you're up there?
Help me! Cut me down!
I could have had an easy, Another easy prey just then.
How are we gonna get out of here, man?
Then I yawn.
Leave him. We got more important things to be looking out for.
This isn't gonna work, you know! We'll find you and kill you!
I really hope you won't let me down here, boys. But if you do, I won't be cross. I'll be dead. And Harley will be really, really upset. And seriously, you
What the hell is
still
going
wanna
on?
see that.
Of course, it seems kind of counterproductive for the Joker to have him, you know,
I'll find you. Can you hear me? I'll find you!
have his goons kill me, because I'm basically his only chance of surviving. Then again, the Joker is very erratic, and, yeah.
Go and hide, now.
Please, help me.
Where the hell did he go?
Is that the sound of one of your faces hitting something hard? I hope so.
Do what Joker said!
Man down! Man down!
Oh, there's a Titan container here, too.
Doing, I need help!
Screw you! It's every man for himself!
I'm making so many goon pinatas. It's great.
You boys have the same helpless, terrified look in your eyes as my doctor did when he told me I was sick. I said, you think that's it? Take a look at
Cannot be
this.
happening!
Oh, they did a little dance. They're terrified, but they're in love. You're very tempted to get the Assassin's Creed games, but you don't know if you should play them by timeline or release. Now, I've only ever played two Assassin's Creed games. I played the first one, and I played the fourth one, and that's it. But I feel like you're probably better off playing them by release date. Because even thinking about the first game in comparison to the fourth game, there were vast gameplay improvements between them. So I feel like if you went, because I'm pretty sure one of the oldest games in the timeline is also one of the newest games in the timeline. So you're going to be very much varying in quality and game progress if you did it chronologically. So my vote is release. This does remind me one of these days I really do have to play Assassin's Creed 4 again one of these days, because I really like that game just because it covers a period of history that I really like and know a lot about, and that's the golden age of piracy. And the actual pirate side of it is really fun. So that's something I really need to get into one of these days. Again, I think I very nearly finished it when it was first released, but for whatever— oh no, I know the reason why I didn't finish that game. I wanted to clear up all the side stuff in that game. And one of the extras in Black Flag, the fourth game, is there are a bunch of legendary ships you can take down. One of them is absurdly difficult to try to sink, and I just stopped because I got too frustrated. I'm gonna go get myself some water. I'll be right back. And I have returned. Oh yeah, the first game of the timeline is Odyssey, but then after playing that, you can't imagine playing the first ever game. Yeah, I heard Odyssey, Valhalla, and what's the name of the one where you're in Egypt? Is that Origins or something like that? I can't recall. But I've heard that those three are like really in-depth and give you a lot of variety in the way that you can handle things. That is not the case in the first game. The first game is very limited. But I mean, the first game is also almost 20 years old now, if you think about it, so... Holy shit, the first Assassin's Creed game came out almost 20 years ago. God, that makes me feel old. I remember when we first got that game, me and my brother. It was one of the 2 games we got for the PS3 that finally had us upgrade a TV. Because we still had an old tube TV, that's what we kept playing things through. And it was Assassin's Creed and Grand Theft Auto 4, but the text in a lot of the things in both of those games was absurdly tiny, and we couldn't read it until we got an HD TV for it. Like a flat screen. If I need to borrow your walker, let you know. I don't know, my knees are pretty creaky these days, so I might actually need something like that.
Two. You fit right though, milky big gas. Oh, I think I just heard someone go cracking against that nice hard door.
Let me ask you a question.
Tell me what I want to know about Riddler, or get ready to eat through a straw.
This is all I know. Don't hurt me.
Of course not.
Tell me what you know about the Riddler and get ready to eat through a straw.
Well, that's just great. Here I am on my deathbed, and you miserable fools can't even stop some idiot dressed up like a bat. I needed those guns. Now how am I going to... Oops. Oh, sorry, Bats. I nearly gave it away there, didn't I?
Please!
Okay.
I need help here!
I've already helped you. I've taken everybody out. Looking at the timeline, Assassin's Creed released the first game all the way to Syndicate, then they released 3 prequels, Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla last. Okay, so yeah, if you play it via, like, if you play it chronologically, you're going to play the 3 newest games first, and then go all the way back to the older games. I don't know how well the first holds up. I've heard the Ezio trilogy is still pretty good. But I never played those. I just saw my, one of my roommates play through Assassin's Creed 2. Spoiler for that, one of the last things you do in Assassin's Creed 2 is you get into a fist fight with the Pope in the basement of the Vatican. So that's fun.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm right here.
Thank God it's you. Please, help me.
Hold tight.
Thank you.
What are you doing in Arkham City?
I'm in Arkham City? What the hell am I doing here? I was grabbed outside the hospital I intern at. They drugged me, and I woke up in a building up there.
The person in charge here has been rounding up doctors to try to fix Joker. Looks like you were unlucky.
Looking real bad there,
He's
Batman.
dying, right?
It seems that way.
Is it wrong not to feel bad about that? What now?
You need to stay here. Keep out of sight, and you'll be fine. I'll be back.
Starting to look like a vampire there, Bats.
Oracle, it's me. Joker's not stealing the weapons from Strange. Strange is giving Joker the weapons.
Are you sure? Of course you're sure. Why would he do that?
Maybe he's trying to control who runs the streets. I'm going to look into it.
Okay, but shouldn't you find Raish first?
I'm doing that now. Don't worry, Barbara.
12 Assassin's Creed games total, and the order of the timeline is 10 to 12, then 1 to 9. There's actually one of the local streamers who played through the entirety of the Assassin's Creed series. I think it was before Valhalla was released, so I don't know if he's actually finished that one or not, but he played through all of them. I think it took him a year, which is a lot faster than I would have gotten through them, seeing as how it took me 2 years to finish Breath of the Wild, and then 2 years to finish Red Dead Redemption 2. You knew Doctor Strange was a sketchy dude working with the Joker? I mean, kind of tell Doctor Strange is a sketchy dude because his name is Strange. Also, have you seen the man's beard? I wouldn't trust a man with a beard like that. I mean, I suppose Abraham Lincoln had a beard like that. But still, the point remains.
Just before my shift ended back at GC, we had a patient arrive with the same symptoms as Joker. Come to think of it, you don't look too great yourself.
Now, good point. In both Red Dead 2 and Breath of the Wild, I tried to finish almost everything that was in each of those games. So yeah, that would probably explain why it took me that long. Honestly, if not for the fact that, you know, I was unemployed and a pandemic happened, I don't think I would have finished Red Dead Redemption 2 as quickly as I did. Because the last half of that game I ended up burning through relatively quickly because I was unemployed and a pandemic happened. Now, that trophy, is it above me or below me? Well, one way to see if it's below me. I don't think it's below me. Oh, it's right there. Doy.
This panel is protected using Tiger encryption.
What a nuisance that is.
I can't decrypt it without access to the master control program Strange uses.
I need to go punch that man's face in, and I need to get the encryption. That's the solution to all my problems. Violence. It's always violence. So what is the riddle down here?
This question can only be answered from an unusual perspective.
Is it that one?
Can you get yourself there?
No, it's this one.
This question can only be... Where can you get a what? Crime is a global issue. Read all about... Wanted. Dead. Do these demonic twins pose a threat?
Oh, it's... There we go. Oh, I don't have the beginning of the Wonder City story. Alas. I like how everything's kind of going on a tilt now. Some amazing Dutch angle I got going on. Look at that creepy motherfucker. Wouldn't you want that on your shelf? Alright, so this is the door I need to go in. What about that door up there? Or over there, or wherever the hell that is? I know I'm dying and stuff, but exploration is key. I'm trying to think of it. Where did I bring her up there? That's the way I came in. Oh, she's down there. Alright. And is that where I... Yes. Hey, lady. So I need to get above somehow. Oh wait, is that low enough I can... It is not. Well, whatever, let's go into Wonder City. Let's go into Wonder City and hopefully not die. Oh no, I need to do this. Aha, screw you, Raish. Turn off for your sigils.
Cities like Gotham will grow to resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk, continuing up into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked by the pollution they create. Eventually, when no space remains, this world will die, struggling for breath as man's mistakes nail the coffin shut. But this doesn't have to be your future, Gotham.
They're everywhere.
There is a better way. Behind this wall is mankind's chance for survival. A glimpse at a future based on an amazing discovery. A discovery that will allow Gotham to rise like Lazarus, becoming a beacon of hope for this world. Are you intrigued? Then step closer. Witness the future.
Keep out or die.
Arkham City.
I like the little robot fellas. They're neat.
The heart of Gotham's future beats with Lazarus technology. The power of Lazarus is pumped into every street, every home, providing clean, safe energy.
Ah!
Mechanical guardians will serve you. And when necessary, protect you from the world of mankind's sins. But most importantly, our beautiful world will survive. Ladies and gentlemen, allow us to present to you the future. Wonder City.
This world is doomed. Cities like Gotham will grow to resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk, continuing up into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked.
I mean, they're not wrong about Gotham looking like hell, I suppose.
The tracker's signal continues beyond this door, but the door looks like it's been sealed for decades. The assassins must be using another way to get through. These must be the famous mechanical guardians of Wonder City. It looks like their inner workings were very advanced. I'm detecting a kind of memory tape they used, almost a primitive video. Perhaps I can scan and analyze it.
Ancient technology, piece of cake. I didn't realize I had to be looking directly at it the whole time, but there we are.
Damn it, the data is incomplete. This is way ahead of the technology that should have been available back then. It looks like the data is stored in a shared memory pool. Maybe I can retrieve the information from the other Guardians down here.
Whee! Ah, I understand now. Wonder City was powered by lime soda. The mystical properties therein. Ninjas! But I am more ninja than ninja. Ah, there we go. Line launcher tightrope. That's what I need. This upgrade to the line launcher enables you to flip up on top of the zip line and use it as a tightrope. This can be used to create new positions to observe and attack enemies or to collect Riddler trophies. While on the cable, you can move above an enemy to perform a drop attack or a block. Mainly, it's going to be used for Riddler trophies. That's a skeleton. Silly skeleton, you're not a robot. You're not cool enough to be a robot. The thing I have to wonder, though, is how the hell did the Riddler get down here to place these things without getting himself killed? Because there are like a dozen goons hanging deceased out in the main lobby of this place. For all the shit I give Nigma, he's, I don't know, surprisingly durable, I guess. Is the other one over there? There's got to be at least one more pressure pad I need to deal with. Maybe it's over here? It is, I don't see it. Perhaps I'm looking at it from the wrong direction, though. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Indeed it is. Like how quietly intense the music has gotten. Damn it. Well, doing it backwards works too, I guess. Well, that there is all well and good. Where's the lead? How nice of you to just stand there and watch while I destroyed your compatriot. Some good old-fashioned mook chivalry. I really don't know where that other cable goes. What that switch is connected to. Well, that just kind of reminds me of that, disturbing moment in the first BioShock where you find a cradle with a gun on it. But then there have been a lot of comparisons between this series and BioShock. Especially Asylum. Asylum gave off a lot of the similar vibes. Yeah, I really don't know what that one's doing. Sounded like it was nearby, but I could be mistaken. Super fragile robots. So I was fairly certain I already scanned that one. this lead me? The answer is nowhere. I feel like I'm just straight up blanking at this point, though.
A glimpse of the future based on an amazing discovery. A discovery that will allow Gotham to rise like Lazarus, becoming a beacon of hope for this world.
I can guarantee you I've probably walked by this last robot I need several times. I am using detective mode. I'm not finding this last Guardian. It's because it's up there. What else can I see from up here? Hooray!
The assembled surveillance footage shows me where the assassin went. She must have been using a secret entrance. I need to find it.
Look at her scoot. Secret panel.
It looks like a sword fits here.
Why, thank you. I need that. I hope you really think about your failure just then, because, you know, if you didn't try to attack me, I never would have been able to get in here. Well, that's a lie, I suppose. I could have dug that sword out of the goon's back.
Protocol 10 will commence in 4 hours.
See, this is even more confusing, because how the hell did the Riddler get in here? Like, this is just past their secret entrance. Oh yes, Batman is indeed following the Bane philosophy of explosions! So much of the funding of Wayne Enterprises has got to be for just simply explosions. Have Lucius explaining to Bruce he has no idea what the fuck explosions are. He's familiar with explosives. I have no idea if this is the most practical way to do this, but here we are. It's the stupidest way to do that. You know, I don't know if I've ever actually talked about the Harley Quinn cartoon on stream before, which is odd because, you know, I've played a bit of Batman, but if you haven't seen it, you really should. It's real funny. And honestly, Bane is the best part of it. Bane, of all people, is the best part of it. The man does love his explosions. Can I? No, I cannot. I guess I can't get in through there. Not yet, anyway. Do I thought for certain there was an upgrade that, of course, it's probably locked until I reach a certain level of progression. Ah, yes. Death. Man, that ladder really took the wind out of me. I'm just gonna take a little nap. Maybe it's a bit damp, but, you know, I'll be fine. The suit is water resistant.
Bruce, you can hear me, can't you? You need to step into the light. Your father and I are waiting. We missed you so much. You have to do it. We need you to do it, Bruce.
Bruce! Bruce! Can you hear me? Your vitals, they're dropping. It's like they're in free fall. You need to find whatever you're looking for now.
How long have I got?
Oh, thank God. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At this rate, I'd say minutes. Seriously, Bruce, you need to tell me what you want me to do. What do I get Robin to do? You know, if you don't...
I'll make it.
It's just like he's stumbling home drunk. That's what this is like. Speaking from personal experience, don't you know? Chamber of the Demon.
You should have listened to my warning. There are no friends to save you down here. Stop!
There's one there. She slaps him and takes his head clean off.
I recognized your personal guard. It was just a matter of following her.
Please, mistress, he tricked me. Leave. I will deal with you later.
You didn't need to get yourself arrested to see me, Bruce. After that night we spent in Metropolis. You could have just called.
I'm not here for you. Where's Raish? If he's dead again, I need you to wake him up.
Only a true successor may stand before the great Ra's al Ghul. My father always intended us to be together, to command his army.
The ninja salute makes it look like they're trying to hold in a sneeze.
Me, a better world. Your face! What happened?
I'm
Bad tattoo job.
Place at your side.
You wish to become an assassin. Why should I trust this change of heart?
You saw my face. Does it look like I have a choice?
Are you prepared to take the demon trials? You must show you are willing to take a life to save the world.
I'm ready.
Then let the trials commence.
Now granted, I'm probably going to die if I take 2 steps, but...
Thousands of warriors have fallen in pursuit of the demon. Would-be successors have proven to be nothing more than children battling the enormity of creation.
I've seen worse.
Nothing can prepare you for what comes next. Destiny will decide your fate.
I won't fail.
I have heard these words 100 times. Let us hope you are correct.
Can't fail, I'm the goddamn Batman.
Your journey begins through this door.
Let's get started.
Are you sure, Bruce? Only one man has passed this ordeal.
Are you trying to talk me out of this?
Of course not. I just want you to be certain. When the blood of the demon takes hold, you will be on your own.
Like always.
Then may the spirits be kind.
The pouty face she just put on.
Welcome, Detective. I am the great Raish Al Ghul. Before you lies your first demon trial. Simply drink from the chalice. It is that simple.
Chug, chug, chug.
Feel the blood of the demon course through your veins, restoring your health and twisting your will. Your next task is simple. Follow me through this world, and the trial is complete. Touch anything along the way, and you will die.
Cool. Oh, it's just a gliding trick.
These tests prove if you are strong enough to lead my forces, to save this world from the evil that is destroying it.
So basically, it's like the AR training I've been doing, except nowhere near as difficult. What are you laughing at? Oh, that's what you're laughing at. Here I am fighting mudmen. Ah!
Are you the one I have searched for, Detective? The one to succeed me?
Oh, to the swirly light.
The demon has allowed me to live for 600 years. Imagine the good that you could do with such a gift.
I do like that this place seems to be a combination of, like, the desert areas you normally find Raish and just ruin Gotham City. 'Cause why not? The melding of the two of us, it makes me feel special.
I can see your body is becoming weaker. The small quantity that I have allowed you to drink will only keep you alive for a few more precious hours.
This sounds very sexual. I mean, you know what the relationship between Batman and Raish is like. Sometimes it kind of borders on that.
It is time for you to make the ultimate decision.
They are often intensely interested in each other. Although sometimes it's very one-sided on Raish's side of things. Like, he is intensely interested in Bruce, and Bruce does not give a shit. Oh yeah.
time to face me in person. Complete this final challenge, and the blood of the demon will give you the gift of eternal life.
Ooh, okay. Well, I think it's time for what if I remember correctly, it's one of the more intense boss fights in this game. Fitting, considering who it is.
You have done well, detective. Now, come and find me. Collect your reward.
I like how I can't just punch them. It's not like that scene at the beginning of, at the end of Arkham Asylum where there's a bunch of goons welcoming you to a party, and then you just beat the tar out of all of them. Hi, Talia. I look a lot better than I did last time. Gonna have a little bit of stubble.
You did it.
You sound surprised.
Of course not. I always had faith.
Where's Raish? I need to see him now. I'm running out of time.
Your final challenge awaits you through this door. I pray the spirits will be kind.
See the old man.
Raish al Ghul.
Father.
Welcome, detective. It is time for your final challenge. Kill me. Replace me as the head of the demon. It is your destiny. I will never kill. Not even you.
What? You lied to me.
I needed a sample of your father's blood. This was the only way. Allow me to help you. Use my sword. Take it all. No. And that is your final answer?
Weirdest game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire I've ever played. Is that your final answer?
Can leave this chamber alive. We'll see about that.
It's not like killing you is going to do anything. You always come back. It's time for a weird hallucinatory fight. There's gotta be one of these per game, that's how it works. Just whispering his own name to me over and over again. Maybe this is weirdly sexual.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Ah!
Our numbers are too great. You cannot beat us!
You should have joined us.
No.
Witness the true power of my Lazarus Pit!
Cool. Oh, it's the electrical charge. I have to shoot the little sand soldiers into him, apparently. Or maybe I'm just shooting him. Either way. Ouch. They could be Plastic Man, that's true. They could be Plastic Man, you know, the DC hero.
Give in. Never.
We are fated to rule this earth, to wipe it clean of the scum of humanity. Only we can do this. My father is old. His time is over. Ours is just beginning. Take his blade. Kill him. Accept your destiny. Accept our destiny.
Talia looking at her father and just going, "You are so old."
Then, beloved, you will have to die.
We are Legion.
I am Legion. I am Legion, for we are many.
You
Ow.
cannot defeat us.
What Raish doesn't know is I've played a lot of Castlevania.
We are Legion.
I have fought so many Legion.
Us. Our numbers are too great.
Nope.
You should have joined us.
Nope.
You cannot beat us. You cannot defeat us.
Yo, broken record here, Raish.
You cannot defeat us.
You keep saying that.
We are Legion. You should have joined us.
Nope.
You cannot defeat us. For that, you will suffer.
Nah, I'd rather not. Ouch. Oh, wait, I need to wait for... Ow. I need to wait for a gap. Or I need to destroy the soldiers, and... Nope. There we go. Ow. He might actually... He may actually kill me, because I'm not doing this smart. I'm just really not paying attention. I was not paying attention.
It appears I chose unwisely, Detective.
His game over Scream. Scream, you heard me. Scream! His, game over Screen is exceptionally creepy because of the way his eyes glow. Let's try this again. Nope! I have to work smarter, not harder. As soon as I say that, I get fucking destroyed. Raish, please! Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? We have such similar aesthetics. All you gotta do is just stop killing people.
What are you doing?
Listen to me, detective, and listen well. You will kill me. You will lead the League of Assassins, because if you do not join us, I will kill the only person you have ever loved.
This wasn't part of the plan.
Do it.
What a silly thing for him to fall for. Same way you take out Zaz in the first game.
Detective. You should have killed me.
Yes, he should have. What kind of a man sacrifices his own daughter?
And you lied to me. I thought you loved me, Bruce. I thought you were ready to join our crusade.
Talia,
Don't! You two deserve each other.
You're looking old, Raish. What's really going on here?
I have used the Lazarus Pit too many times. I've lived 600 years. My mind and body cannot take much more. Each time I enter the pit, I am frightened of what will come out.
The Lazarus Pit has corrupted your mind. Think about it. If your pit falls into the wrong hands, you'll be powerless to stop centuries of destruction. This is your chance for redemption, Raish. Call off your crusade, or I'll be back for you.
Bruce? Where the hell have you been? I thought you were dead.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Did you find Raish? Hold on. Your suit's readings are back to normal. Are you cured? What's going on?
I'm doing my
Raish
cure
and his
dance.
forces are based underneath Arkham City, extracting some kind of naturally occurring chemical he's called Lazarus. He's been using it for centuries, slowly perfecting the process, until he was even able to bring himself back from the dead.
And you took some?
He forced me to. Small doses appear to heal most ailments, but even the small amount I ingested had a few nasty side effects. Prolonged exposure has driven Raish over the edge.
So, do you think you're cured?
No, the effects are temporary. Raish tried to convince me to use his pit, but the risks are too great. When I'm done here, I'll need to investigate this Lazarus technology further. I told Raish to shut his pit down.
And you think he will?
Unlikely. Raish is addicted to the pit. I've given him one chance to break that addiction, or I'll be back to do it myself. Did Robin get you that blood sample?
Yeah, he's down at Gotham General. It's going crazy there. I'll patch through.
Hey, Bud. I'm glad to hear from you.
It's me. What's happening there?
Bruce, it's not good. Gotham General has at least 30 confirmed cases. There are nearly 50 at Mercy, and it's looking like the pattern repeats all over the city.
I've run a simulation. Joker's blood could be in as many as 2,000 people by the morning. The first fatalities are expected soon after that.
I'm on my way back to Freeze right now. Hopefully the blood sample I extracted from Raish will complete the formula.
I hope you're right.
It is a recurring thing in most Batman media that the Lazarus Pit, if nothing else, in the short term, drives you a little bit crazy when you first come out of it. And prolonged exposure does indeed drive you permanently mad. So, you know, fun stuff. Wanted murder in Gotham North, Solomon Grundy. That's not a very flattering picture of him, let's be honest. As the army moved through the condemned Wonder City searching for stragglers, no one expected what lay in Ra's al Ghul's private medical laboratory. For months, Solomon Grundy had been exposed to the Lazarus chemical and then repeatedly electrocuted. He had died dozens of times, but each time he was brought back for more. While the soldiers debated what he even was, Grundy revived again and killed everyone nearby. Mentally broken by his ordeal, he waited at the lab for the doctors to return and murder him again. Poor Grundy. Poor, insanely dangerous Grundy. That's horrifying. We. Well, I guess I just come out the way I came. Go down the hole. Throw him in the hole. Still can't get that one. See if I can figure out what this riddler is. I feel like it's one of the storefronts here, but I could be wrong. The Tea Hut.
The heart of Gotham's future beats with Lazarus technology. The power of Lazarus is potent. Mechanical guardians will serve you. Watch over you and, where necessary, protect you from the worst of men.
Oh, there we go. City shut down. I'm missing the first one. But no sense to read the story yet if I don't have the full story. Hey, can I cut these guys down?
This world is doomed. Cities like Gotham will grow to resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk.
It would appear not.
Into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked by the...
Okay, yeah, that's that one trophy that I can't actually get. Let's just get the hell out of here. Hey, lady.
They grabbed me outside of Gotham General.
I know, you told me. Oh yeah, still a thing I can't do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back down here later to get the,
Do you really think I'll be safe if I keep hidden? I guess you know what you're talking about, right?
I know I have to come back down here at least one more time, if not twice anyway. Oh yeah, that's right, the way out's up here. Why, yes. At least now I can finally get those 3 trophies that are locked off to me. I might be able to get this one over here now, too. Or, you know, I can do that. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Do I even need to? No, I don't. Boy. Do I? I'm not 100% sure what I have to do to get... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Need to get past that, I think. Oh, there was one just randomly there. Yeah, I think I might need to shut off that and then maybe line launch through there or something? I don't know. Either way, that's nothing I can deal with right now. I'll come back later.
Protocol 10 will commence in 2 hours.
Damn, how long was in what was I in Risha's Magical Fun World? That's not even where I need to go.
You see the way Penguin's gas is red?
Cobblepot's finished here. We just need to wait. Then head into the tunnels and take out the rest of them.
Can't wait. It'll be a regular turkey shoot.
Sure will. Fly, little birdie. Bang!
Then what? Go back to the steel mill?
Gotta keep moving through the tunnels and find a way to get to the museum.
What if Batman got him?
Our job will be easy. Listen, between you and me, I hear Cobblepot's got all kinds of crap in that museum of his. We get there, it can all be ours. No need to tell the boss.
You serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. He'll be dead soon, right?
Looks that way. Hell, even if he pulls through, he won't.
Boom! One man down. It's looking like a rerun of last time.
Do what Joker said. I found someone!
Ah, was hoping I'd be able to take him out too. Oh well.
Show yourself, chicken!
Is that the sound of one of your faces hitting something hard? I hope so.
I might be able to get him now, though.
You heard the Joker!
Or not. Alas, he ran the wrong way. Oh well.
God!
Get him now!
Get your asses over here now! You hear me? Wake up!
How utterly terrifying this must be for them.
You see him?
Someone's missing in there. Is
You?
You hurt the boss!
May as well screw these guys real bad.
Over here! Hey, wake up, man! Come on! Wake up! Get over here! I found that! Work!
Down you go. Oh, I have a new upgrade. Cool. Yeah, let's upgrade the sonic batarang. It's deployed, the sonic batarang gives off a high-pitched alarm that will interfere with nearby enemies wearing heartbeat monitors, causing them to investigate. This distract enemies or lead them in traps once thrown. Requires short recharge time before reuse. It's not going to have any effect on enemies who are not equipped with the armband. Good to know. This way. I need to go this way to get those trophies. And I finally have the means to do so. Oh, hello.
Shields. They'll block head-on attacks, but that shield can't protect them from above.
Where'd Joker get these? Batman! He's here!
Didn't let them finish their banter, the poor fellows.
What starts with a tick and ends with a shock?
Okay, I need to do this first, and then. And then.
Three, two, one. And the Dark Knight Detective fails to complete my challenge.
To the victor, the spoils.
That's cheating, though I am hardly surprised. I knew this was too difficult for you to complete.
I don't see how that's cheating, Nigma, considering there was no other way I'd be able to handle that situation. Just, you know. I hear teeth. Ah, they're there.
You have one missed call.
Hey, been missing you. Get back to me. Laters.
You have one
Laters.
missed call.
Hello? I'm not sure that you got my call earlier. I'm just dying to speak to you. Call me, Bats.
You have one missed call.
Bats? Seriously? You're making me paranoid. Why aren't you answering my calls? You haven't gone and died on me, have you?
You have one missed call.
Look, I know you're not dead. I'm missing a group of my guys down under the tower. Guess that means you know about the guns already. Okay, I admit it, they're mine. Strange gives them to me, okay? Can we be BFFs again?
You have one missed call.
Maybe it wasn't you that took out my guys. All right, then. The message I left before, you know, the one I left about the guns, you can ignore it. Just delete it.
You have one missed call.
Right. This is getting ridiculous. yes. I've been leaving messages all night and you still haven't got back to me. Who do I need to kill to make you pick up?
You have one missed call.
At last? Hey, Bats. Where you been? I was just calling to find out how you're feeling. Are you getting the hallucinations yet? I know. It's hard to tell these days. You just never can tell if it's Scarecrow again, that little guy with the hat, my blood running through your veins, or if after all this time you really are actually going crazy.
Can't it be all of them? I love that, like, that voicemail from the Joker, though, because it very much plays up the whole, you know, weird obsessive crush that he has. Oh no, my windscreen. For the mic. It's done that thing again. Alright. Talia Al Ghul, assassin. A headstrong daughter of Ra's al Ghul and on-again, off-again lover of Bruce Wayne, Talia al Ghul is second in command in the League of Assassins. A master of hand-to-hand combat and swordplay, Talia has dueled with Batman on several occasions and considers him an honorable opponent. Despite Batman's elusiveness, her attraction to him has only increased, an attraction that her father encourages in his mad quest for a male heir. Talia knows that one day she may be forced to choose between her father and her beloved. Trained in stealth and combat by the League of Assassins, ruthless and brilliant tactician runs legitimate business empires for the League. In the comics, during the brief period of time where Lex Luthor was the goddamn president of the United States, Talia actually ended up taking over LexCorp for a while. Like, she was the one in charge of his company. Her, of all people. I think she was actually on the outs with her father at the time, which is why she did it. But yeah, it was a weird thing.
Two people have two choices. Join up with the Joker and live. Stay with the Penguin and die. Simple.
So, what's it gonna be?
I'm in. Yeah, me too.
Good. We've got weapons on the way.
What? You expect us to join up with you unarmed?
Screw that. He said guns are on the way. It won't be long. What part of that did you not understand?
Calm down. We're all friends here. Right?
I guess. Good. Now, when the weapons arrive, we can all head topside and kill anyone that stands against the Joker. That's not gonna be a problem, is it?
Not for me. I always fight for the winning side.
Me too. Cool. Joker wants this over nice and fast. No more screwing around.
Speaking of things being over nice and fast.
What are you gonna do, Bat? We'll kill you, freak!
We're gonna hurt you.
Yeah, the Riddler goon is still up. That's the important thing.
You should run, Batman.
This won't take long. We'll be quick.
But I won't be.
Kill you, Bat!
Ow.
You're gonna die.
This is gonna hurt, Bat!
Lie to me if you're done eating solid food.
Please, I'll tell you what I know.
Good.
Groovy. still some trophies here I didn't get. There's also one back there I didn't get. Could also just be stuff that I haven't had the equipment to handle yet. Ah, there's one down here. It was hiding.
This panel is protected using Tiger encryption protocols. I can't decrypt it without access to the master control program Strange uses.
The other one is over here somewhere. Must be in the subway car. Meaning I have to figure out how to get inside the subway car. Although wait, didn't I already have this? Guess there's a second one that I'm unaware of. Okay, there's one right there. How do I get it? Come on! And it's not one of the Catwoman trophies either, it's definitely one of the Batman trophies. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about it. I'm probably not going to be playing for much longer regardless, but I am going to... maybe this way. Or not. No. Yeah, shag it. I'll get it later. Yeah, I'm going to head topside and see if I can find more of Riddler's stuff. Oh, I bet you money I need to open up the security doors with Tiger security codes. And then I can access the other side of the train, and that's how I get in there and get the thingamabob. The thingamabob, as it were. Yoink.
Citizens of Arkham, as I speak, there is a new inmate entering my facility. The more nostalgic among you will recognize him as Quincy Sharp, Mayor of Gotham and failed warden of old Arkham Asylum. Please provide him with the welcome he deserves.
That doesn't sound good, does it?
Okay then.
No, it doesn't.
I don't get it. Why would Strange arrange for the mayor to be sent there? Scrub that. How the hell did Strange even manage to have the mayor arrested?
I don't know, Barbara. But I am going to find out.
Well, I guess I have to go deal with that, though, first. That's a lot of death right there. Look at all the death. Joker's goons work fast. Do I have all the all the Joker teeth destroyed? I do, perfect. Oh, I've unlocked an interview tape for Two-Face. Interesting. Oh yes, I finish off these tracks and I unlock stuff. That's how that works. Gotcha.
They called him the Penguin.
Okay, I've already listened to his stuff.
Sit down, Mr. Dent. It is Mr. Dent I am talking to, right?
Use our real name.
Two-Face, if you wish. Please, sit.
What is it strange? Not happy just arresting us, throwing us in this place?
I wish to understand you. I have read the reports, seen the footage, and now I want to hear your side of the story.
We'll see.
I assume that you feel the need to toss your coin in order to decide whether to answer my questions.
You ready to find out?
Well?
Came up bad. Sorry.
Not a problem. Guard, take Mr. Dent's coin off of him.
No!
Good. Now let us see what fate has in store for you.
Yeah, the more of these things I solve, the more interview tapes I get, and the interview tapes are all strange, talking to each of these characters, and you notice something, the more of them you listen to, is that he's been manipulating all of them from the very start. And doing it very well at that. It's terrifying. The only two I think that managed to get any sort of, won over Strange are the Riddler and the Joker, and even then, not fully.
Says he likes to twist minds. Fine, I'm gonna twist his neck.
See if I can find dear old Sharp.
Round. You're the reason everyone is in here. How does it feel to be hated by everyone? Don't do this to me! I'm the mayor, for God's sake!
Interestingly, it's Two-Face's goons who get to him first. Go figure. Oops. Although an interesting thing to note is that some of these guys are former Penguin goons. Quincy Sharp. Originally introduced in Arkham Asylum. Quincy Sharp was the warden of Arkham Asylum on the night that the Joker broke free 18 months ago. Unknown to most, but discovered by Batman, Sharp suffered from a split personality disorder and had been committing atrocities in the asylum, believing himself to be possessed by the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. In reality, he was being influenced by Hugo Strange, who had provided Sharp with powerful mind control drugs that allowed him to manipulate Sharp's behavior, enabling him to plant the seed that led to the creation of Arkham City. Hugo Strange used the evidence of the atrocities committed by Sharp as collateral to make sure that, whatever happened, Sharp must remain loyal to him. Intense dedication to clean up Gotham, pompous and old-fashioned in demeanor, focused on his own political aspirations. Yeah, see? Former Penguin guy.
No! Please, no!
I want to know all about Strange, and how you're tied into all this.
I'll tell you everything! Strange came to me back at the asylum. He told me he had friends. Powerful friends. The sort of people who could make things happen. All I had to do was turn a blind eye to his experiments and work on my campaign. He said his friends would ensure that I won.
Who are they?
I have no idea. I never met them. They funded everything. Money was no problem. All I had to do was set up Arkham City and put Strange in charge. It made perfect sense. The scum of Gotham needed to be punished. It would be my legacy.
Strange has been removing anyone with evidence against him and sending them into Arkham City. Enjoy your legacy.
Bruce, I'm seeing massive spikes on your suit's biometric analyzer. Your health. It doesn't look good.
I just had a chat with our old friend Quincy Sharp. He confirmed that Strange is working with someone else. I'm going to find out who.
What are you talking about? You need to get that blood to freeze now.
I will. I just need to.
No, you don't. You need to go back to the GCPD. Please, Bruce. For me?
No, what I need to do is find more Riddler trophies.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Strange made me do it. I wanted to stop, but his drugs, they made me so confused.
Hey, Batman, can you hear me? It's Officer Jones back at the museum. Hope you can hear me. I'm using one of the radios Penguin's crew were using. We found something in Penguin's stash that the boys think you might be interested in. We're holed up in the Iceberg Lounge. Swing by and we'll show you.
Phew.
I think I know what they have for me, and that's going to be very useful. Oh, hey, there's the mystery man. Let's have another game of catch with him. It's fun.
We have been watching you for a long time, Batman.
Well, that's cool. I think I can run into him one more time, and I think he's up in the top right corner somewhere. I have to go have a gander for him at some point. Not right now.
Sucks worse than any prison. I've been in them all.
Now we've entered the section of the game where things get a bit more tangly because there are so many guys with guns on the street now. Just so many.
I've got him! He's over here!
Damn it. You got nothing.
On me! I got him!
Wait, what?
Huh? Look out! It's the bat!
Ah, hell.
Run away! Hide! Look out! It's Batman!
This'll be a bit easier to deal with. He says as he gets punched square in the face. Ah. Ah. Wow. It's getting to that time of the night where my reflexes are... Well, my reflexes are never great to begin with, but they're much worse now. Could be these goons are just trying to prove me wrong, too. Think we're pushovers, do you?
I know you're lying.
I'm not. Please, don't hurt me. I'll talk.
Good night.
Good night, sweet prince. Oh, assault in progress.
Where is it? I couldn't find any. Please, I'll go back and look some more. Yeah, you will. Didn't I tell you that I'd be very disappointed if you came back here without any pills? I need my medication. Without it, I'd just get angry. Doctor told me that was why I took out my frustrations on worms like you. Please, you don't need to hurt me again. I'll go back to the...
Good enough.
I thought he was gonna kill me. Thanks.
Nah. Ah, yeah. Of course. That makes perfect sense. As much as any of this makes any sense. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that I actually solved the thing and I can go find another one of Riddler's victims. Not going to do that right now, but it's something I can do later. After I moonwalk into the store.
Get the hell out of... Oh, it's you. Door's unlocked, man. Come on in. You came back. Cool. I guess you heard the radio.
I did. What did you find?
This. Tom over there thinks it has something to do with mines. He used to work bomb disposal. Figured you could use it.
I'll take a look.
Remotely detonates mines, knock down nearby enemies, or access areas and locate Riddler trophies. Disruptor device can only be used 2 times before the recharge period is required. Perfect. Case file closed.
So what next? All-out war in Gotham City?
Oh, I think that's actually... How do you protect yourself when it's raining bullets? Okay, I have most of the Cobblepot feud. Still, Stanley Cobblepot instigated a very public feud with the Wayne family. As the Wayne business empire extended to include hotels and other public buildings, Stanley was determined to outdo them, pouring more and more money into his fledgling hotel business, to the detriment of the newspaper business and his relationship with his son Oswald. As Stanley's businesses crumbled around him, he sent Oswald to school in England. Feeling abandoned and picked on by his peers for his homely appearance, Oswald skipped class after class, preferring the company of the thieves and scoundrels he met on the streets. By the time his father's empire collapsed, Oswald had vanished.
What was the deal with that ninja, Batman? I saw her break out of the case. Did you find her?
I still want some payback, Batman.
Nice that I get some immediate use for that.
Did you find out how Penguin got his hands on that crap Joker used to make monsters back at the asylum?
I can't wait to get out of this place. I've had enough of Arkham to last me a lifetime.
We've barricaded the route back into the museum. There's no way anyone's coming through here.
Okay, I need to actually go back in through the front entrance if I'm going to, investigate the rest of the museum. Fair enough.
What are you doing, Bats? I thought we were friends, working together and all that. You know, from where I'm lying, desperately clutching at what's left of my life, it seems like you betrayed me and started working with the walking icebox. Well, two can play at that game. Try and get back to that double-crossing snowman in the GCPD without my guys blowing your pointy head off. I double dare you.
Tigers in the city. After disagreeing with Commissioner Gordon over the policing of Arkham City, Quincy Sharp announced that a private firm had been commissioned to provide a total security solution, Tiger. Unknown to everyone but Hugo Strange, each Tiger operative was profiled and implanted with a post-hypnotic suggestion that made them unquestionably loyal to him and him alone. Fantastic. Let's see if I can get these last few trophies around the museum here. Oh, yeah, I think I see what I need for this, and I don't believe I have the means yet. Oh no, maybe I do have the means. I thought that was a specific upgrade I had to get. So... Awesome. Alright, this one I know I definitely need the line launcher for. But, you know, I need to do it correctly. On a V pattern. And this one. Which I think is below. Yeah, looks like it's down below. Yippers, that's it right there. Life goals, Goon. Life goals. Now, how, pray tell, I'm supposed to get in there, I'm not sure. I don't really know how to shut that off. Alternatively, I might be able to do that with, dive bomb. Let's try it, shall we? Well, duh, that's exactly what I needed to do. Fair enough. I get the distinct feeling that's part of another side mission. Anyway, I think that's going to have to do for tonight. I've played a lot of this, and now it's time to stop. So, if you happen to stop by to watch, I thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully you find folks to join me again next time, which will hopefully be tomorrow, where I will finally, fingers crossed, knock on wood, get back to Resident Evil Code Veronica X, and maybe a little bit of something else. I've got a couple of games I wouldn't mind starting up. Something new, you know? So yeah, if you haven't stopped by to watch, thanks, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, and if not, well, hey, just have a great rest of your weekend anyway. Until then, however, as always, I wish you a farewell. Hope you have a good night. So long for now.